Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. You're all welcome. Just setting up. We are live on Instagram and on YouTube. Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you all doing? Can you hear me on YouTube? Can you hear me on YouTube? Can you hear me on Instagram? Please let me know if you can hear me. Good evening. Ariwodola Adiola. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Good evening, Esther Osho. Good to have you here. Can you hear me clearly on YouTube? Can you hear me clearly on YouTube? Can you hear me clearly on Instagram? Please let me know if you can, and I'll do well to adjust. Yes, we can. All right. Thank you. Just increasing the volume of Instagram. Can you hear me well on Instagram as well? We are streaming from two platforms today just so we can reach more people and it can be accessible to people to come watch later. So let me know if you can hear me clearly on Instagram. T Mama Gold, my woman. Can you hear me on Instagram? You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining on all platforms that you're watching from. Thank you for joining. So you're welcome. This is Bright Mom Chronicles. And hi, you're welcome. Thank you for joining on YouTube. I can see the comments are coming in on YouTube already and Instagram. Let me know if you can hear me clearly on Instagram. And I think those on YouTube can hear me clearly. So you're welcome. This is Bright Mom Chronicles. My name is Olanike Solomon. And on here, on this platform, on this channel, we we have discussions around motherhood, various discussion pertaining to a woman, various discussions around conception, miscarriage, dealing with miscarriages, career, um, raising children. We bring women who have experience in various aspects that is, pertaining to motherhood, and we bring them to come share their own experience, with us. We've had someone who has come on this platform to talk about how she waited for years and years and the struggles it took her before she had her baby. We've had women talk about their career, how they've been able to transition from one career to another. We've had women come talk about managing singlehood, how you can be a woman and you can achieve your goals and still, you know, manage being single, to navigating that part. We've had someone come talk about how she's able to take care of her children, how she was able to, raise her children alone in the UK. So we've had a lot of women come share amazing topics that is peculiar to them with us on this platform. And again, today we have an amazing guest who is ready to share um, a very important topic with us here on the topic is what no one tells you about conception. So she's setting up now, and just because we are meant to stream on two platforms, she's trying to set up um she's trying to set up her Instagram, but I think she's ready for YouTube. So we'll just come on YouTube and should come live on YouTube and would commence the session. I will just check in with her to see if she's here on already on YouTube. I think we'll just go ahead with YouTube because Instagram is giving her a bit of, because it's a late agreement. Instagram is taking a bit of time, so I guess we'll just all switch to YouTube. So, Mrs. Oladayo, if you are here, please can you just request to join so that we will just carry on YouTube. So I'd urge people who are on Instagram, please can you just switch to YouTube so we can carry on YouTube, as Instagram is taking a bit of time to set up with our guests. So everyone on Instagram, please let's just quickly switch to YouTube so we can carry on. Thank you very much. All right. So we are still together here on YouTube. And I will just accept her request. Okay, please can you send a request so we can carry on? All right. So while we wait for our guests to come on, I just want you to have an open mind to this discussion, and please just share this link with anyone that you know would benefit from this topic. Okay. This conversation is going to last for just 1 hour. And although people can come back to watch, but it is very important that they watch live so that they can ask as much questions as they would want to ask here on on YouTube. So let's just, share the link to as many people as you can share it with, and tell them that we are here on YouTube and we are ready to answer questions relating to conception. Because there are a lot of people who have burning questions that they need to just speak to someone about. Conception is a very sensitive topic, and you having someone who can, bear it all out to you is a great deal. So just copy the link and send it to as many people as you would prefer, like as many people that you know would need these. Send the link to them. Okay, I'm just doing mine. I'm resending my link as well. Resending my link as well. Okay, do we have our guest here already? Okay, bear with me a moment. Just waiting for our guests to come on. Okay, do we have our guest here already? Mrs. Adedayo, are you with us? If you are, please let me know so that I can accept your request. Yes, she's here. Okay, finally.
It's been roller coaster. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. No, I should be the one apologizing because it's an impromptu arrangement for Instagram. So I am so sorry for putting you on the hot seat and
No, that's okay. I really wish I could, but I'm very bad with passwords, and
Mm,
I've been struggling to get my password, trying to split screen, and it's just not working out. So,
yeah,
and I notice time is going, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't like
yeah,
going.
yeah.
Well,
I know
I
what you can do.
apologize.
It's fine, no problem at all. Those on Instagram, I've asked them to join here
Okay,
or already, so they should be joining us. We were about 10
okay,
initially here on YouTube, so I believe the number will go up again as we come as we go on.
that's
Yes,
fine.
as we
Absolutely fine.
continue. All right.
Yes.
So we have our guest now, and we are super, super excited to have you here join us. I
Okay.
already, mentioned that this topic is vital, and everyone should go call as many people as they know. They should
Yes,
share the link.
every lady. Yes, we need every lady in the house.
Yeah.
Every lady, if you have a girlfriend, your sister, your partner, your wife to
Anyone.
be,
Mm-hmm.
everyone, and even
Needs
you as a
it.
partner, we also benefit from this because
Yeah.
anything you learn, you are able to share with your partner, which we
Exactly.
is beneficial to both of you. So
Mm-hmm.
let's gather around.
Yeah, and let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, so we have our guest already, and I'll just be introducing her in few minutes while we dive in because our time is fast spent. So we have Mrs. Oladayo Adepoju in the house. She's a UK registered midwife with the NHS. She's dedicated to supporting women through every stage of their health journey. She's a wife, she's a mom, and she's passionate about educating and raising awareness on women's health and wellness. She's also passionate about empowering women to make informed decisions about themselves and about their family. So you would agree with me that we have the right person in the room tonight to have this discussion with, okay? Yeah. So just before we dive right in, I just have one icebreaker. Should I say one or two? Maybe let's just keep it at one so that we can get right into it. It's a very simple one. I know I didn't tell you this, but
That's
I
absolutely
purposely
fine.
I
that's
purposely did not. Yeah.
that's why it's an icebreaker.
Yeah, that's why it's an icebreaker. So if there is one thing you would eat for the rest of your life, what would that thing be and why?
Mm, honestly, I would say rice.
Really?
Because yes,
Okay.
because it's like rice is my favorite food, and when they say something is your favorite, I don't think it's something that is special in a way, but it's just something that you are used to every day. You are in contact with every day, even if it's human as well. So you are in contact every day. So I eat rice almost. There is no week I don't eat rice. So if
Oh
I'm
wow.
mentioning something different now, maybe I eat once in a while, I might like that, but rice is one particular food that I eat every week. Like
Mm-hmm.
there is no week that I don't eat rice.
That you
So
don't eat
it's
rice.
yeah, so it can be in any form. It can be
From
fried rice, jollof rice, coconut
mm,
rice, and that's one reason I like rice because you can make it into diverse form. It can be rice
yeah.
and beans, rice and this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
You can play with it. You can play with it and create a lot of things out of it. Nice,
absolutely.
nice, nice, nice. All right. So the second one would be, what is that one thing that we always find in your fridge? Whenever anybody comes to your house, it's always in your fridge. It never runs out.
Um, I think I'll say juice or
Okay.
apple. Yeah, apple.
Apple.
Apple is yeah, because yeah, I'm big on fruits to some
Mm-hmm.
extent. So
Mm-hmm.
apple, there is no time of the week of the month that you never meet apple in my fridge.
Okay. I
Yes.
think is it apple? They say one apple a day keeps the doctor away. Is that it?
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right.
Yes.
Okay. And being a medical practitioner, you're abiding by the rule.
Trying. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's dive right into it. So our topic is things no one talks tells you about conception. Can
Yeah.
you like briefly walk us through um the formation that occurs in a woman's body, like how the eggs form, and we know it's the egg that gets fertilized to form a baby and all that. So, just briefly, how do the eggs form in a woman's body?
Well, thank you for the question. And formation of eggs starts from, let me say, from conception, from when we are all in our mother's womb. So all these eggs are already formed there. God knows how he has done everything. So we are like ready made when we are born. So
Mm-hmm.
everything is already in there. So as a newborn baby girl, there are millions, up to 4 millions of eggs in, yeah, already there. We call them immature eggs. I think oocytes. So they are already there, and as we grow up to puberty and then to, to adulthood, that's when they start maturing. So they start maturing from, puberty, when you start seeing your menstruation. They
Okay.
start, yeah, so every month all these eggs start to mature, and by the end of puberty, this about 4 millions of eggs would have reduced to 300 to 400,000. So because most every cycle, more than one egg matures, but one we, get into period, or either of ovulation then period, if there is no conception,
Conception.
and then some other will just degenerate. So by the end of puberty, it's already like it has reduced to 300 to 400,000. So that is how the egg formed in,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's safe to say that as we grow as women, as we become mature, we lose the eggs
Yes,
as we
yes,
become mature.
and that is why it's always, we always say that as the higher the age, then the lower the fertility rate. So
Mm-hmm.
so as a woman grows, the eggs, their potency, their numbers, it reduces. So that is why, yeah, as we keep growing, then they reduce in, even in how active and how potent they had to, to mature into an egg that will be fertilized by the sperm. So all those things reduces as a woman grow up.
Grows. Also, it
Yeah.
now makes sense when um they say if you want to conceive, it's better you do it early and not at the
Yes.
later age. Okay, so that makes sense now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely. So from the age of 35, from a woman, once a woman is getting to 30 and above, then most likely the eggs are less, they are becoming lesser in their activeness, in their numbers. So that is why we always say from 35 and above there is increased rate of infertility.
okay, all right.
Mhm.
So when would you say that a woman should start preparing for conception?
Well, that's a good question. And honestly, when to start prepare your body for conception starts from when you start caring for yourself, even before you think of marriage. This is what I do advise most ladies around me. When you know that as a woman, one day you are going to get married, you are going to want to conceive, take care of yourself. Start taking care of your body. Do things that will help your body, not things that will harm your body,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just like you're planting a seed and you're trying to, nurture the seed to grow, to germinate, and to bring forth fruit. That is how
Mm-hmm.
a woman should care for their body. So
Mm-hmm.
it starts as a lady, as a young lady, even before you get married. It is not a bad idea when you put yourself on supplements. There are a lot of supplements out there, most especially folic acid is very important in the life of every lady, even when you are not trying to conceive. So because it prepares your body, when it's not when you are trying to conceive, then you start, running etasketa. But when you prepares your body, live a fit life, be active, work on your weight, make sure you're not gaining excessive weight, because those are all the things that can affect your fertility at the long run when you start trying to conceive. So medically, we advise that once you are trying to conceive as a newly married couple, you start taking prenatal vitamins from 3 to 4 months before you start trying. So that is what is medically uh acceptable. That's what we do. But I have ladies around me. I just say some people are just living recklessly, doing drinking, smoking, all of those things. You need to work on that. So when you are as a newly married couple trying to have a baby, trying to conceive, you need to start yourself on prenatal supplements for between 3 to 4 months before you start trying. So there are supplements, once you see them, not the one that pregnancy is written on. Pregnant Care has its own product. It's written there preconception. So that box has all the vitamins you need, that your body needs. It has folic acid, it has CoQ10, it has calcium. So everything your body needs to prepare your body, for that time baby comes in, because it can boost your ovulation. It can prepare your womb for when baby is ready to come, and also able to speed up your fertility. It also helps the eggs to be more, to mature, to be healthy. So those things, those supplements helps, and they just help your fertility, for you to be able to conceive quicker, before, unlike when you're not taking anything.
Anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So ideally, even before, as a young lady, let's say a lady is watching or will watch this after now, and she's like, say, 20, 21, can she
Mhm.
start taking folic acid as early as that age?
Yes. So
Okay.
because taking myself for example, I remember I had a sister back then. Even as a young girl, she was already having irregular period, and like around, this is as young as a 15-year-old having irregular period. And these are the period that even the parents, they will not really put anything to, because nobody really can cares about a period of a
Mm-hmm.
15-year-old that much.
Yeah.
But because this person is my sister, and I know about this, so I was able to get everyone to, I know this is not supposed to be, you are not supposed to be having irregular period, having every period today, low tomorrow. So you can start as early as anytime. Folic acid does not have overdose, as long as you are within that 400 microgram daily. So it cannot do any bad, it doesn't have any bad side effects. So
Okay.
as early as anything, as long as you are already seeing your period, then you can start taking folic acid supplements. So by
Okay.
the time you get married, and you know that you'll be having a baby maybe in the next 1 year, in the next 6 months, then get a prenatal supplement and then start taking them.
Start taking. Okay.
Yeah.
So ideally, every woman would expect that after marriage she should conceive by the first try, but most times it doesn't happen that way. What are the
Mm.
things that you'd say causes infertility? I know you've mentioned that overweight and women who do not take care of their bodies, like they drink, they smoke, that can cause it as well. But what are the major ones that are so rampant, the things that would that you can say causes delay in conception?
Well, thank you for the question. So, like I've said earlier, there is this misconception about fertility, that a woman can we conceive after the first trial, or you just get married this month and then you conceive this month. It's even medically, it has been proven that it's only sort of 8 out of 20 women that happens for. So it is not common. So if you are under 35 years old and you are expecting that getting married, and you want to get pregnant straight away, it doesn't happen that way. Even medically, you have to be having unprotected intercourse for regularly for up to 6 months if you are below 35 years of age. And after that, if nothing is still happen and you've done all the necessary things that needs to be do, that's when you can now start be considering that okay, maybe something is wrong. But before you can be classified as infertile or that you have infertility issue, you have to have been having regular intercourse, unprotected intercourse for up to a year, so that's 12 months. So until that point, you are still not categorized as you have any infertility issue because of
Mhm.
how the cycle works. So some of the things that can cause infertility in both in infertility is a, is a medical condition whereby a woman couple are unable to conceive. So this involve both the men and the women. So it's not
Okay.
only women that have infertility issues. So men can also have infertility issue. So I'll start by discussing for women. So some of the things that can cause infertility for women is ovulation disorders. So when the cycle has, gone, it's just gone haywire, and and you can notice this by if you are having symptoms like irregular period, you know that there is something wrong, because ovulation comes before menstruation. It all happen within a cycle, but ovulation comes before menstruation. So if you are not ovulating, then it means that you are unable, you won't be able to conceive, because it's ovulation is when the mature egg is being released, and at that point we call it the most fertile period, the most fertile window during a cycle that
Yeah.
conception can occur. So it doesn't mean that you cannot conceive any other day, but that's when you have the highest
The
chance,
higher chance.
yeah, of conceiving. So when there is ovulation disorder, which can be caused by PCOS, so this polycystic ovarian syndrome can cause ovulation disorder. So a lot and lots of women are suffering from this. Even some people don't even know that they have this problem. So PCOS is very rampant at the moment, and is one of the leading cause of infertility in women. So PCOS can cause this, and when there is insufficiency of eggs in the ovary, so it has a medical term as well. This can also cause ovulation disorder, so whereby the eggs are not being released as they should when they need to be
Be
released.
released.
So
Yeah.
yes, so it's also, so and then cancer of the ovary as well. So all this can cause ovulation disorder. And then another one is when there is a problem with the tubes, the fallopian tubes. So they are the tubes that connect with the ovary, and they also leads to the uterus, which is the womb. So when there is any issue with this tube, because that is where the sperm will swim up to meet the egg, and then the egg will, so if there is any tuber blockage or tuber issue, when there is any infection around the tubes, this can also cause infertility. And one of the leading cause of tubes blockage is an infection that we call give me a minute, I'm having brain block.
It's fine.
Let me look at my jotter. Yeah, PID, pelvic inflammatory diseases. So pelvic inflammatory diseases, it's a very common infection with women. So when there is UTI and it's poorly treated, or a vaginal infection that is poorly treated, it can go up to the pelvic, leading to a very bad pain, sharp pain around the waist. And this, yeah, so when there is this infection and this infection was poorly treated, it can lead to a tuber blockage. So
Okay.
some of these things has happened during the young age and we didn't
Yeah.
take care. So and then when you start trying to conceive, that's when they are being picked up. So that's another thing. Another thing is endometriosis, fibroids. So all these can also cause infertility. It doesn't mean that if you have fibroid you cannot get pregnant. You can get pregnant, but it reduces your chances depending on the site of the fibroids as well. Okay, so but fibroids can also cause infertility. And another thing is the age for the woman, is the age of the woman. So if you are a woman and you are above 35, it reduces your chances and of conceiving within 1 year after, after your marriage, trying to conceive. So because of the rate at which the ovaries maturation have reduced, their multiplication have reduced, their activity have been, they have reduced, and potency have reduced. So those are the major ones for women. While for men, the for men, low sperm count is one thing that causes infertility in
Infertility.
men. Yes, so low sperm count for men, and then when there is issue with their scrotum as well, and then injury to the testes as well in men. Most people don't really take note of these things. They just feel like, I'm a man, I'm having erection, I'm okay, I'm good to go. But some of these things are going on underneath. So
Mm-hmm.
those are the, yeah, so that those are the things that causes infertility.
Okay. Wow, quite a lot of things, quite a
Yeah.
lot, quite a lot. And I feel that a lot of women don't really know what is delaying,
Mm.
and they don't like, I don't know. A lot of people wait until it's maybe after 3 or 5 years of trying before they now start seeking medical advice.
Mm.
What would you say very briefly to, so because initially you mentioned that you cannot be tempted to have any infertility issue until you have tried for a year.
Yeah.
So what would you say should be the next step after a couple has been trying for a year and nothing is happening? I know a lot of people hold on to faith, they hold on to,
Mm.
advice from family and friends
Mm.
and all of that. Some people say, "Oh, that was how it was for me as well," which
Mm.
we kept trying for 2 years before we conceived. And also, as a midwife, what would be your first counsel to any couple that has tried for a year or for almost a year?
Well, so thank you for the question, sis. What I do say is, if you are a newly married couple and as a woman you are below 35, do not wait until that a year. If you have been trying and you know that you do not have issue with your period, you are able to track your period, you are having your ovulation as it should be. So give yourself 6 months, and you're taking your vitamins and all. And after 6 months, if it's still not happening, then I'll say from that point, start seeking help. So go and see a fertility consultant. Do not just go to a chemist, don't just go to a pharmacist, don't just go to a general doctor. At this point you want to see a specialist in that area. So you can, midwives are specialized in fertility as well. You can see any fertility specialist that knows what they are doing with so just so I'll say from that 6 months, go and see them. Then they can carry out a test, because at the end of the day, it might not be you that have issue, it might be your partner. So it can all be picked up on time, and you can start treatment on time. But
Okay.
if you are above 35 years, that's when they said, okay, keep trying for up to a year. But still, I'll still say also go for all the tests. Make sure both of you are fine, because taking that long that long 12 months period of
Of
waiting.
trying.
So yeah, so after 6 months, that's a good time of trying. You have been trying for 6 months and nothing is happening, go out and see the doctor, go and see a fertility specialist, get your test done, get your hormonal profile. Most of the tests they do is like hormonal profile. They check, yeah, the lipid level. Some people have high hormone. There is this hormone of that controls the breast. Most women has that issue. So if the hormone is high in the body, they won't be able to conceive, because then it lowers the fertility hormones in the body. So it's, you just need to balance it. So some of this, in this situation, you just need a booster, maybe progesterone tablets or injection, to boost it. So you just go out there, get the test done. Don't mind these are very costly tests, but you just yeah, just go for
You
it.
just
And
have to do
also,
what you have to do.
yeah, what you are, yeah. And also the men, for the men, they do sperm count tests for them as well. So do all these tests to make sure that both of you are medically fit, and then you can now keep trying. So that is what I will advise. And then after a year, if it's still not working, then you need to go again. And then that's when they can offer, like in the UK, if you have not been trying for up to a year, and if you're of good regular unprotected intercourse, that your cycle is fine, both of you are medically fit, you are not going to be classified under infertility. You are not going you are They are not going to put those, that kind of couple, under fertility treatment. They will tell
Okay.
them to, yeah,
Wait for a
until,
year.
yeah, until after a year, that's when they can place them on fertility treatment.
All right. Thank you very much for that question. So we'll be moving very fast because we still have a lot to talk about.
Okay
Yeah.
then.
So far we've been enjoying your discussion and we've been learning a lot. If you have any question for our guests, please drop it in the comments so that we can ask as we go.
Yeah.
So let's assume everything is set. A woman has now conceived and she's now pregnant. So what are the things you would say she should stop doing, and what are the things she should start doing now that conception has occurred?
Well, thank you. As soon as you know that you are pregnant, then I'll say things to stop doing is, number one, if you do take alcohol, that needs to stop, because of alcohol syndrome, in fetal alcohol syndrome, where the baby can be affected by the alcohol and can cause a lot of brain damage, deformity in that kind of child. Then
Mm-hmm.
smoking needs to be stopped, whether smoking or vaping needs to be stopped. If in some, also there are some foods that you should run from. Any raw food, you need to avoid it. Uncooked or half cooked, like some people prefer to eat their egg half boiled egg or something. As a pregnant woman, once you know, you need to, especially that first trimester where baby is still forming, you need to avoid all those kind of foods. Fish, raw fish or half cooked fish, half cooked seafoods, you want to avoid all those things. Don't even go near them, because they can cause a lot of they can lead to an infection, which can lead to miscarriage for women, especially in that first trimester. So don't even go near them at all. Then
Mm-hmm.
excessive intake of caffeine as well, you want to stop it. If you can stop it completely, don't take caffeine, but if not, you have to reduce it to one small cup or 1 to 2 small cup per day.
By
And
caffeine,
then,
you mean coffee, right?
yes, yes. Or there are some, also anything, there are some medication that contain caffeine as well. Anything that contain caffeine, there are some tea bags that also contain caffeine, that apart
Caffeine.
from coffee. So anything
Okay.
that contain caffeines, you want to make sure before you drink. There are some drinks as well that contain caffeine. So just make sure you see the quantity in there, that it is safe to take. So you want to avoid it completely if possible. If not, then you make sure that you don't take past the range 200, to, I think it's 200 milligram per day. Yeah. So for the things to now start doing is, now that pregnancy has occur, at any point you realize that you're pregnant. I made a video on skincare products. Yes, so this remind me, if you are, or you are on any treatment, maybe hyperpigmentation treatment, acne treatment, as women we do have all this, and you are on any of those treatments, there are some skincare products as well that you need to stop. So
Mm-hmm.
any skincare product that contains things like hydroquinone, you need to stop them immediately you realize that you're pregnant.
Pregnant.
Hydroquinone, tretinoins, all those things in that family. If those vitamin A derivatives, skincare products, you need to run away from them, because they can lead to malformation of baby. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Even
so
if applied like on your face.
yes. Yes, because anything we apply on our skin, do you know that our skin has a lot of holes?
Oh,
So it penetrates through, whatever we apply on our skin is not just working on our skin, it goes in and then works from inside out. So
yeah.
that is what is happening, it's going into the bloodstream and working from inside. So when once it's anything that gets into the bloodstream of a pregnant woman, it can flow to the baby, because your blood supply is what is going through to baby. So
Mm-hmm.
that is how baby feed. That's why they said, some the old people do say, whatever you eat get to your baby. So whatever you have eaten, they all digest into whatever liquid form, goes into your bloodstream, and they also flow to the baby. So that's why you see placenta there. Placenta is attached to the woman's body, to the woman's womb, and is attracting all those blood flow, and flow through the cord to the
To
baby.
the baby.
So yes, so that
Hmm.
is what is going on in there. So that is why those skincare, you need to stay away from them, because once you, though minimally, they cannot really do much, but even medically, the researchers have not been able to know the amount that will be less, less potent, or to harm baby. So it's better to just stay away from,
Avoid it. Yeah.
yeah, avoid it completely. So those are the don'ts. And then the do's is, you want to start taking your pregnant care daily. I know a lot of women complain about this. It makes them feel irritated, this and that. Even me as a midwife, it does make me, and it's big. So
Yeah.
what I did was, at the beginning, I will hide it inside swallow and then swallow it,
And then swallow
but
it.
and then swallow it, because I know how essential it is. And if you're able to get the gummies, they are available in gummies as well, that are more edible to take. So make sure you're taking your prenatal supplements. Make sure you're eating balanced diet. At this point, you need a balanced diet. You don't necessarily need it to be eating extra diet, but a balanced diet, more of vegetables, proteins, some fruits that are very safe. Oranges, they are safe. So do eat balanced diet. And what else have I got here? Enough rest. You need to start taking enough rest so you are able to go by your daily activities still. Then stay active. So make sure you stay active as well. Whatever you start doing early pregnancy, you're able to carry on with it till your late pregnancy. Maybe take a walk daily, little exercise, just to keep your body fit.
Body active.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. So what
Mm,
are the
mm.
things that can, or what are the common things that causes miscarriage in early stages of pregnancy?
Well, in early stage of pregnancy, before 20 weeks, I think that's 5 months. So before
Yeah.
20 weeks, that's what we classify as miscarriage. So any loss that happened before 20 weeks is a miscarriage, while after that, baby is already formed. So it's like baby loss. So
Okay.
any miscarriage happens spontaneously in pregnancy, especially that early pregnancy, a lot, that can majority of this miscarriage is not, they are not caused by what you are doing as a woman. What it's it- they you like, in most cases, is not due to what a woman has done. Maybe a woman, because some women beat themselves up, like maybe they've done something wrong, they've eaten something, or so. But in most cases, it is not due to what the woman has done. It is related to chromosomal formation. So this is all due to genes. So sometimes when the implantation is occurring, or when the formation is occurring, or fertilization, basically, yeah, when the fertilization is happening between the sperm and the egg, it might be that there are some genes that have been over deposited, or deposited in lower quantity. So this can just cause, when baby is forming, that those things might not be enough or low, and just leads to miscarriage. So in many cases, they are unable to explain that this is the reason for it. They just relate it to genetic cause. But some other things that can be pointed at that can cause miscarriages is the age. Maternal age is another leading cause. You see a lot of women around their late 30s, early 40s. Yeah, it is very spontaneous miscarriage is common around that age as well, because of what I have explained earlier on how the eggs maturation, and yeah,
And
so
all of
that
that.
can,
Yeah.
yes. And also sometimes it can be placenta issue, maybe placenta insufficiencies. If the placenta did not site itself at the point where it can get enough nutrients and blood flow from the mom, that can cause it. Or if in some cases as well, high blood pressure. This high blood pressure, if a woman has high blood pressure before pregnancy, this can also lead to placenta insufficiency, which can cause miscarriage. Then
Okay.
some chronic health condition. If a woman has a chronic health condition before pregnancy, so chronic health condition like chronic diabetes, cancer, you know, some people has cancer of the blood, cancer of the, so all those chronic, they can yeah, and also infection and exposure, especially back in Nigeria where I come from. We are exposed to a lot of chemicals that we are not aware that can harm baby, especially in early pregnancy. There are lots of chemicals we are not supposed to be exposed to in early pregnancy that leads to, so BPA, like BPA, we eat with plastic, we eat, so yeah, so it's a very common thing that we are unaware of. So all these toxins can lead to miscarriage in early stage of pregnancy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the question. Preparing for labor, I'm sure every woman want to start preparing want to start preparing for baby from day one they know that they are pregnant. And what I have noticed over time is that most women prepare for baby, for when baby comes, baby's clothes, baby this, baby that, and forget about the marathon process of labor. So it's a two thing: preparing to meet your baby by getting baby things, and also preparing even your own body as a woman, how you are going to go through the labor process is very, very important. And I will say it also starts from day one. Once you know you're pregnant, then you know you like those things I mentioned earlier, by staying active, those things prepare your body for labor. Staying active is very, very important. It is one of the most difficult things to do in pregnancy, but then it's also very important for you to go through labor, especially if you want to have a vaginal birth. So it's very important to, stay active. It's very important for you to prepare your mind, even mentally. So what I do advise is, once you're getting to second trimester, third trimester, start reading about labor, know some terms, and it starts from your antenatal appointments as well. When you go for antenatal classes, yes, you go for antenatal, you learn a lot, ask questions, ask all the questions there, so you are able to prepare your mind, spirit, soul, and body for labor. It is very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you are getting to 34 weeks, so I always advise that once you get to 34 to 36 weeks, make sure that your hospital bag is ready, because at that point in the next week you are 37 weeks. From that time, baby is term and you can deliver anytime, because a lot of women come on prepare
Mm-hmm.
and still like, oh, my due date is still in 4 weeks time. My due date
Due.
is still in theory. Don't wait for due dates. Don't even use your due date. Don't even rely on your
Start preparing early.
yeah. So when you once you reach 34 to 36 weeks, make sure you start packing your hospital bags and get them ready. So that will really really help you when you go into labor anytime. You can just unpick your bag and go to the hospital.
And then
Yes,
you're
and then
done.
you can
Okay.
also consider having a birth plan as well. So even though this you need to be as open as possible, but you can consider writing a birth plan, how you want to go, what you want is considering all the things you have learned during your antenatal classes, so you can consider putting them into writing, and just to remind yourself how you want your labor to go, what you need to do, this and that. Yeah.
Okay. Labor before. How would she know that her baby is coming? Like, what are the signs that she would see from 37 weeks of said? How would she know that okay, this is sign of labor? What are the things that she
Mm.
like inform her hospital?
Yes. So once you start attending antenatal visit, basically antenatal classes, all these things, I'm very sure they teach them there. But as a woman as well, making your own research is also key. So I'll make note of some of the things, some of the signs of labor. So once you are getting to 34, 35 weeks, you start having something we call Braxton Hicks contractions. So this is preparing you for the true contraction. So this is when you feel your tummy will become tighter and strong. You touch it you to become really strong. So it is not painful, but it is uncomfortable. But that is what contraction can feel like. So when the true contraction starts, that is when that tightness will start coming with pain. So some of the signs of labor, it can be menstrual cramp feeling for you. So when you start feeling like a menstrual pain feeling, you start having that sort of feeling. It can feel, you can be feeling that in your lower abdomen, it can be on the upper abdomen, you're feeling really so those are signs that you once you start noticing that cramp. And for some it can be very bad back pain. So like the lower back pain. So once you start feeling that back pain, that you took paracetamol, the pain is not going away, you try to rest, it's still not going away, and it comes with your tummy becoming hard and tighten. So that is contraction, because some people don't even know what it feels like, having, so that is what
What it is?
exactly
Yeah.
what contractions feels like. So it is when you get into labor, then it becomes really really strong. You start feeling so much pain, but in early labor it might not come with so much pain. But once you see all you notice all that signs, menstrual cramp pain, lower back pain, your tummy becoming tighter and strong. And another thing you can see is your water can go as well. Once your water break, don't even wait. Even if you
Okay.
don't have pain, once your water break, just go to the hospital and get yourself checked. Another last thing you can see is like a mucousy blood stain mucousy. So you can see it's like a discharge in your underwear. So that's like the plug that covers the cervix. So it means once you notice a mucousy discharge that has a thing of blood in it, so you need to go to the hospital as well and get it checked, because it's a sign that your cervix is starting to open. So those are the signs you see
Okay.
in those early
The
stages.
signs to
Yeah,
look out for.
to look out for. Yes, I
Okay.
I made I d- I came up with a checklist for hospital list essentials. So I have like a link. So later, anyone that needs it, yeah, it's on my page, on my bio, and yeah, the link is there. It's because I just made hospital list, because a lot of first time mom don't even know what to pack, which one not to pack, and yeah.
Yeah. So and your channel, they can access this link via your TikTok
Yes,
page.
yes, it's on my TikTok bio. Yeah.
to discuss further, or who wants to have a look at the list?
Yes, so it's D underscore midwife. So it's capital D underscore midwife. So it's yeah.
Midwife and impactful as well. Okay, so let's assume that the EDD date is during NERA or
Mhm.
has
Well, I've always said to my women that do not rely on your due date. Like, it's just like an estimate. So once you're being given a due date, it's an estimate. Just like no one knows how the pregnancy thing, everything will come. No one's really knows when exactly the baby will come, unless you book for a cesarean section. We know that's one, this day, but
yeah.
going into labor spontaneously, you never can tell. So your due dates can be plus 2 weeks or minus 2 weeks. So your once you reach 37 weeks, I always know that your baby can come anytime within that time. Yes,
Anytime.
so it means you are term, so you are exactly 9 months, so baby can come anytime within that period of time until 40 weeks. So after 40 weeks, if your baby has still not come, that is when the baby is classified as post term. So when an urgent intervention can be made is when you are about 42 weeks and baby still you are not having any signs of labor. That's when at that point they want to take urgent action because baby is at risk. So you see a lot of stillbirth at 42 weeks, 42 weeks plus. So I always advise, don't leave your pregnancy till that point before you start, doing something. So if I go to your question again, your question is what should they do, right? What should women do? Yeah. Yeah. So I will say don't wait till you pass that 40 weeks before you start doing these things I'm about to mention. So once you are 37 weeks, you are safe to start trying them. Number one is, and then this also works really well for people that are going above their due dates and baby is not coming. Then you can, if you are just watching and you are like 40 weeks plus 1 day, just start doing this. Number one is staying active. You want to exercise. There are some movements that you can do that can bring baby down, and even only ordinary 10 to 15 minutes walk. You don't have to run, you don't have to jog. Ordinary walk can bring your baby down. What staying active does is bringing the head of your baby down into your pelvic, because once your baby head goes down, then it can push on the cervix and help it to start opening up. So you want to keep yourself
Okay.
really active. You can do squatting, you can sit on the ball, bounce on the ball, go through the stairs. Try curb walking. Curb walking is when they is like literally walking on the stairs in sideways. So try imagine walking on the stairs in sideways, so that will help baby head to go down. So try all those activity, they are very very helpful. Then eat dates. Dates also help to ripen the cervix. I always I think pineapple as well. It work for some, it doesn't work for some, because actually medically it has not really been researched to, but a lot of women testify that it works for them. But I say eat dates. Dates is been medically proven to help ripen your cervix. Make sure from 36 weeks, I advise women start eating at least 6 dates in a day. You don't have to eat it raw. You can mix it into your tea, or you can just it helps to ripen your cervix and also help to shorten the length of your labor. Then raspberry leaf tea also works. So try taking this as well. Inculcate it into your regular routine from 37 weeks, unless you have a medical condition. So if you have high blood pressure in pregnancy, if you have diabetes in pregnancy, if you have preeclampsia, this you should not take any of these unless you have spoken with your midwife or your doctor. Okay. If and also another thing you can, keep yourself doing is watch bed story, relax yourself. Don't be tense, don't be anxious. If you are worried, just go to the hospital, let them check your baby, that baby is fine, you are fine. Then that can relax you. So once you are really really stressed, it increase your adrenaline, which in turn blocks your oxytocin production. So you are unable, so once you are really tense, your body is unable to produce oxytocin, which help you to go into labor. So make sure you are not, I know it's very difficult not to be worried at this point, but then try as
At that
much,
point,
yeah,
yeah.
try as much as you can to relax yourself, listen to music, dance, surround yourself with people that can encourage you, basically, that can, give you that ginger to keep going, that you've got this. Watch positive birth stories, don't watch negative ones at this point that are scary. So watch only positive ones. And once you reach, yeah, once you reach 41 weeks plus some days and you are still not seeing any signs, please go to the hospital. You can equally get induction. Some people, it's only that membrane sweep that their body needs and they go into labor. So just go to the hospital. Yeah,
Labor,
it
yeah.
might, you might get an induction, or if you don't want induction, some people dread it, then you can book elective section. Don't leave your baby till over 42 weeks, please. It is very dangerous.
Moments. What are your last words
Well,
briefly?
briefly, I would say, keep going, sis. You've got this. Do not listen to naysayers, things going around you. Do not listen to all of that. Your body is, you are in control of your body. Do the right thing that you need to do, the everything we have listed earlier, take all of them. And if you are worried, just go to the doctor, go and see the doctor. But I would say, as you are praying, keep walking. So don't just rely that I'm praying alone. Even God says that prayer without work is death. So make sure you don't listen to people saying,
Yeah.
oh, come and drink this concoction, come and drink this water, and you're not equally doing your part by, preparing your body for it. So keep doing what you're doing. Make sure you can track. There are some app that you can use to track your cycle, like Flow app, period calendar. So track your cycle, and also, keep doing that. And I am very sure that very soon it will happen for you. You are not infertile. No one is really infertile. Everyone can get help at any stage they are, and you can have your baby. So you've got this. Keep doing what you're doing. And if you need help, don't keep quiet. Reach out to people that can help you. And I wish you all the
Oh,
best. Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Mm.
It's been awesome. It's been really impactful. I know your notes is a very big thank you for to do this.
Mm.
Like I have some things that I say, I don't think who linked me up with you,
Mm.
Oindamola. Whenever you are watching this, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Yeah.
to do
I
this.
hope,
And I hope when we call on you again someday, you
of
would
course.
to her, or you can as well reach her on her social media handle on TikTok. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone, and have week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
All right, sis.